Hello, guys. Welcome to Ungrateful and Disloyal. Now, you may be wondering why this is named this. And the reason why I named it that is because from what we're beginning to see, that in a man's world, most women are ungrateful. And oftentimes, a lot of men, fellow friends, people that we've known for a long time, can be disloyal. So I thought, hey, that'll make a good title for this page. So today we're going to be doing a quick story. It's a story of a man being honest about his feelings. It is my girlfriend just told me she is pregnant. I feel trapped. Now, guys, I'm Jay the Hardway, and if you feel like sending in a story, you can send your story to ungrateful disloyal@gmail, and I will read them and give my analysis on this page later on. Anyways, let's get into it. It's not that I don't want to have children, it's that I don't want to have any with her. She has an eating disorder, and I'm afraid that it could have very negative influences on a child. Her eating habits are very unstable and changing. Although she tried real hard to get rid of the disorder, she failed to do so throughout the 2 years we've been together. Also, she has an irrational belief about health and spirituality. I do not feel like transmitting these beliefs to my kid. Finally, she is still in school. The kid will be born in February, so she won't be able to complete her degree this year. This means that I will be the only parent with a decent salary. I make 50 grand a year, which is okay, but I feel it's not much if you want to raise kids. Furthermore, I do not want to fit the stereotype of the male breadwinner. The pressure is killing me. Yeah, I can see where it would. Thanks. Me reading me, it feels good to blow off some steam. Also, please be gentle because English is my second language. All right. So that was short and sweet. Now let's get on to some of the comments of what some of the people had to say. Here's one: paternity test regardless. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You should always get a paternity test. He responded with a good point, even more so knowing the fact that I use condoms every time. Oh man. Yeah, this is starting to get shaky, I think, but let's see if anybody else has anything else to say. Just because you have a child with her does not mean that you have to be with her. She is going to be in your life forever, whether you're together or not. So, whether you decide to do whatever you should decide to do, be civil. And then someone else put, sounds like you shouldn't be with her to start with if you have issues with her beliefs. And 50 grand is more than enough to raise a child. Most first time parents probably make half that. Good luck, though. All right, so he has a couple of updates here, so let's get into the update. Update. So I followed Reddit's advice and asked for a paternity test. She started crying and said that she wasn't sure who the father was. Wow. You guys saved my life. Thank you so much for the advice. Wow. It's funny how like when they come with this problem, they're always just like, "Oh, I'm pregnant. It's yours." Blah blah blah, and they so have this much conviction, But yet, when you start to press the issue on a biological test, all of a sudden now it could be, it may not be yours. And here's the second update. I followed Reddit's advice and asked for a DNA test, a DNA paternity test. Turns out you have to wait for 9 weeks. You have to wait for the ninth week to be able to do it. It's expensive as shit, by the way. Anyways, turns out I'm not the father. I haven't told her the results yet. Tomorrow, when she comes back from her father's, I'm going to tell her. And that seems to be okay. Wait a minute. There's some statements under this update. Your title made this sound like it was an episode of The Maury Show. it was intended. The whole mess felt like I was on Maury. I never thought something like that would happen to me. And I'm trying to find out if there's anything else that he responds to. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Glad you were able to get this sorted out, brother. Truly glad. Congratulations. Doesn't seem appropriate with respect to her situation, but I'm glad because I felt truly scared for you. Upon reading your original post, it made me consider a lot of ish in my life. So thank you for sharing. I pray that you find the strength to not only break the news to her respectfully, but be able to handle the reaction and still help her find the path in this world. My God, I love the Maury show and its pitiful irony. And he responds back, thank you for the thoughtful comments. I will break it to her in the kindest way I can. I realize she is losing a lot with this situation. I'll try to give her the support that she needs. All right. So, this is what I have on this. If this man decides, because he didn't put his age down, he didn't give a nickname, we'll call him Jay. No, not Jay, but Jess. Jess, you did everything right, and this person who, with all their flaws and their quirks, tried to put you in a situation that was a no-win. She pretty much, I feel, she saw how much you was making, and she felt that you was the best choice to stick this on, because you said earlier that you use condoms, so you were being responsible with your sex game. Now, if she was going to be responsible, she should have said, hey, look, I'm pregnant. I'm not sure about keeping it. Do you have any opinion on this? But no, she just came and said, I'm pregnant and you're the father. Didn't give you an option on whether you wanted to keep it or not. Didn't give any insight on whether she wanted to keep it or not. She just pretty much thrusted this in your face. Not to mention the fact that you got a job where you make 50 grand a year. So I'm pretty sure you have a lot of stress and pressure with your job, and this probably affected you at your job. This is really messed up because this happens a lot. And the sad thing is a lot of men don't find out until like way after the fact, like years, like 18, 19, 21, when all of a sudden a freak accident happens and the child needs, blood, or the kid does a DNA test to find out, their heritage, and then finds out that they don't match. And now this guy just realized that he wasted years of his life taking care of a child that's not his, that will never look like him or anybody on his side of the family. And it's truly sad because, when this happens, a lot of time people says, "Oh, you should be the man and man up and take care of the kid." And at the end of the day, it wasn't your kid. And the thing that's truly messed up is this woman went out and slept with another man, let him skeet up in her, and then instead of saying, "Hey, look, yeah, this was just meaningless sex, and I got a guy that I really care about," no, she chooses or decides to keep this kid and puts it on you and don't even give you the respect of like saying, hey, look, I messed around. These women will take these secrets to the grave. And, we see it more now than ever with this whole feminism movement where, these women will come out and it's found out and like nobody wants to condemn the woman. I've seen cases where the boyfriend or the husband family tells him to go on ahead and raise the kid, or to go ahead and be there, or to forgive the woman for what she's did and done. And it's like, no, this is biblical, guys. This is in the Bible. And back in the day, if a woman did this, she got kicked out of the community. She got stoned. She disappeared. Like, she could not show her face around there. She had to go and find the dude who was the father and work it out with him. But nowadays, these girls act like getting pregnant from another dude is no harm, no foul, and will lie to your face. That's why, men, I tell you, and I'll preach it to the day I die. I don't care how faithful you think she is. When you go to the hospital and that kid is being born, pull the nurse. Just tell her, hey, look, I got to go to the bathroom. When you step out of the bathroom, go by the nurse's station and say, hey, look, I want a paternity test done on this kid. Don't mention this to her, because they have a legal obligation. If you request a paternity test, you are not legally required to sign the birth certificate until after the paternity test has been done. Now, you may have to pay for it, but take it from me, it's a lot cheaper to pay for a paternity test than to have to pay, 20 years, 21 years of child support for a kid that's not yours. And yes, there's some states that will let you petition to get your name taken off a birth certificate, but 9 times out of 10, these states are going to look at you like, hey, look, you knew that this is a document binding saying that you are the father. Why did you sign it if you wasn't sure? You know, everybody's quick to alleviate the blame from the woman, and that's just not right. So, guys, all I can say is be tight on your sex game. Wear condoms. I hear some guys going out to get vasectomies that can be reversed later on so that they can go out and be reckless and not have to worry. But at the end of the day, it's like this. Your sperm is like little credit cards. And every time you deal with a woman, you're running the risk of her trying to cash in on that. So, wear your condoms. If you think you need to take it to that extreme, because I even thought about it when I was 21 in the military. I asked a doctor, and they wouldn't do it because they felt that I was too young, and if something went wrong, I wouldn't be able to be a father. But guys, your future is in your hand. Your life is in your hands, and this country, the United States of America, has no sympathy for getting played by a loose lady. So, what's the word? What have we learned for today? Wear a condom, rubber up, and be tight on your sex. Get good at your pull-out game if you don't want to wear condoms, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to wear condoms, there's also spermicidal gels that kill the sperm. And the other thing is when they come up to you and tell you that they're pregnant, like they said, on the 9th week, you can get a paternity test. Go get it done. Save the money up and find out if it's biologically yours. If it's not, peace. Wouldn't mind, sorry. No sympathy. Go work it out with the dude that you slept with. If you don't know who he is, if you can't remember, hey, that's not your fault. No sympathy, because this world, this country, this court system will not have any sympathy for you. You guys, I'm Jay the Hardway, and this is another episode of Ungrateful and Disloyal. Learn from the words of others. You guys have a great day. Take it easy. Peace.